Hello and welcome back to our weekly talk about Northwest Ohio sports here in the 6 County area. I'm Chuck Martinez-Brandon, joined by
Tim McDonough.
And we're here again to talk some winter sports, boys basketball, girls basketball, and some wrestling. Let's kick it off with boys basketball this week. Tim, what's the hot games going on?
Well, we got a lot of hot games, Chuck, actually, starting Thursday night in NWOAL action. This year's favorite, Archbold, unbeaten, 3-0, 1-0 in the league, heading to Evergreen, last year's co-champ with Bryan. They're undefeated as well. Garrett Morton comes in off a 20-point performance last week against Kalida in a big win Saturday night, while Chad Mossing leads the Vikings. That'll be for early season supremacy in that league. Also on Thursday night, BBC supremacy is on the line. Pettisville, the seven-time champion over there in the BBC. They won 7 in a row. They're 1-2, led by Zane Miller. He had 10 in his last game and a loss to Tenora Saturday. They're going to try to hold on to that title over there, try to make it 8 in a row. But Hilltop comes in undefeated, 3-0, 1-0 in the league, led by Nate Schaefer, who's coming off a 16-point performance in a win last Thursday against North Central. So those are the two big games on Thursday. Friday, OG is at Shawnee in the WBL showdown. OG's 1-0. Saturday, 3 big games. OG at LCC, Archbold at Holgate, and PH at Tenora. What's going on the mats, Chuck?
On the mats, everybody's finally in full swing. Everybody's finally rolled around a little bit for real. Archbold started off last week, went 9-0 at Arcadia, at Hopewell Loudon. At Arcadia, Montpelier continued to roll. Got another team title there at that tournament. Also, Patrick Henry Patriots finally got on the mats. And Xavier Dye and some Lopez fellow that was like a state runner-up. They both earned individual titles there in their first action. And also, if you look at Napoleon, they also had a good showing over at Sylvania. Cody Bloom and Tyson Agler won individual titles there last week. So everybody's now rolling. And looking to this week, we've got more tournaments. A big meat grinder, they like to call it, over at Bowling Green this week. It's on a Saturday and a Sunday. We've got Defiance, Archbold, and Wauseon all going to be there. Lots of dual matches there. Everybody's going to be real beaten and battered up. Younger guys, you're going to see what it's like to partake in some serious varsity action this week if you're at Bowling Green. North side of town, we got the Backhouse Duels, Tenora, Evergreen, and Wayne Trace there. And over at the Edgerton Invite, Edgerton, Fairview, Paulding, and Patrick Henry. So everything's hitting full swing in the mats. How about girls basketball?
Girls basketball got some interesting matchups starting on Thursday evening. Holgate travels to Continental. Holgate 6-0 right now, led by Hannah Stevens and Lauren Bates. They both scored 17 last Saturday night in a close win over Lipstick. They're going to take on a Continental team that suffered its first loss against Tenora. They're led by Aaron Weisenberger, 10 points in that loss to Tenora, as I mentioned. That's a big game. They're going to try to get back on track and knock Holgate off the unbeaten train, wagon, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, choo-choo. All right. Friday, we talked about the boys. Archbold at Evergreen Thursday. Friday, it's the girls. Evergreen at Archbold. Archbold, they're playing well right now. They had a big win in the first game of the Clinic Classic the other night. They're coming in. Haley Galvin, Andrea Allen, Alyssa Schaub, Stacy Wise. They all scored double figures in a win there. Lauren Langendorfer, she had 17 in a close loss to Wauseon. They're going to try to get back on track against Archbold. And Saturday, how about Fort Jennings at Kalida in the PCL? Big game there.
Hey, great stuff. A lot of action coming up this weekend. Stay tuned. Don't hit the stop button yet. Another edition of Challenge Chuck coming to you from the Canyon over in Henry County, Napoleon High School. Check it out. Hey, I'm Chuck Martinez-Brandon. We're coming to you live from the Grand Canyon in Napoleon High School. This is Regan Rathke. He put out the challenge this week. Regan, you ready to go?
Yes, I feel very confident. I'm known as a basketball player here in Napoleon High School. I have my own intramural basketball team.
Oh, ringer. All right, hey, Chuck Martinez-Brandon. We're going to do ollie shots from the free throw line. Best out of 5. If you don't hear Tim McDonough this week, I think he's got the Heine flu.
In the movie where he does it. Well, like granny shots that we're doing right now? Yeah. Every part of the dude, how he does it. That 5. Is that 4? All right.
I don't know if you can beat 0. There you go. There you go. We're going to end it fast. Oh.
Underneath my shirt.
Hometown fan down on him. Oh. Boy, it's that hard. They're telling me more hips. That's a life lesson, more hips right there. Oh! That. Roll toward the wall. You can bounce it off the wall. Whoever comes closest to getting it to stick to the wall is like dice, only with basketball is.
All right.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, dude, I got. Oh my gosh. I thought we were playing like one-on-one basketball.
2 in a row. Regan, thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking part in another challenge, Chuck. Hey, welcome back. This is our area athlete of the week. I'm here with Napoleon High School swimmer Derek Vokey, district qualifier, I do believe, and he's ready for the CN6. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, first question. Father's a swim coach here. What's it like swimming and having your father as a coach?
It's a little different, you know. He tries not to obviously coach me as his son, just as another athlete, and I will sometimes call him Dad at practice. He'll tell me my dad's at home, so he obviously doesn't want to treat me in any special way, even if I am his son. So it's a little bit different for me than the other kids.
All right, and then your brother was a good wrestler here a couple years ago. What's harder, swimming practice or wrestling practice?
I would say the practices are about even, but I would say wrestling is more difficult for the fact that they have to cut so much weight and watch everything they eat and just drink strictly water. I think that's more of a factor for them.
All right, you're the swimmer. Favorite stroke?
I'd have to say my favorite stroke's the butterfly. It's probably my best stroke as well.
All right, Speedos or Bermudas?
I'll go Speedos on this one.
Swimmers got to go with the Speedos. All right, Gatorade or Powerade?
I'm a Gatorade guy, so Gatorade's my thing.
All right, then Derek Torres or Michael Phelps?
Michael Phelps. Can't beat 8 gold medals.
All right, hey, that's another edition of the CN6. Stay tuned next week. We'll be somewhere else on location.